Hi guys, welcome back to CarBuyer Singapore, and today we have something a little special planned. I'm at the Race Box at Legion of Races, a facility set up with driving simulators for esports gaming. And I'm going to have a go on a virtual racetrack against Melvin Moh, who is a professional racing driver. How similar is driving on a sim compared to real track experience? Well, let's go head to head with a real race car driver to find out more.
I'm about to get school hard. I had a few practice sessions, but they are nowhere near.
Yo, Jay, I'm gonna give you a head start, few seconds, and yeah, we'll do 2 flying laps and then we'll see how it goes.
How many seconds?
Few seconds, 5.
Oh my god.
Wait, don't ask me.
Okay. My 2 laps not including this one, right?
Sorry?
Not including this, right?
Wait, you distract me ah? Walao eh.
No, this is my out lap, man.
Never mind. Still 2 laps ah? Okay, 2 laps already, how? Where are you, Jay? Where are you?
Oh my god, wow, like kena taunted eh.
Where are you?
Ayo, what?
Hey!
Oh!
Yeah, we did 2 laps, so now just to have a quick review on your fastest lap. Yeah, it's still very slow, but for me, most important is always the racing line, regardless of how fast or slow you're driving. Normally, the ideal racing line is every time when you take a corner, it's very important to hit the apex. So as you can see here,
I don't know where the
yeah,
apex is. Because I missed it entirely.
So missing is one thing, but also, you are quite far away from the curb, so you're not really utilizing the whole track width. So in short, when we take racing line, you always try to maximize. Like for example, starting on the most left. So you see, you are leaving space as well. So you should really maximize the track width.
Dive into the apex.
Yeah, diving to the apex and then let the car fully utilize. So like for example, the curbs, you can also use it. So the reason for this is if you use means you can carry more speed out of the corners. Don't limit yourself in terms of the width. I know this is also racing simulators, but yeah, as you can see, you're driving in the middle of the track. Where you should be more on the left side. Yeah, braking is not bad for the corner, but
still too wide.
Yeah, wide and obviously
wrong apex.
Wrong apex, not close enough. Even here, not really fully utilizing the track. And
in the wrong gear for this one.
Yeah, gear is also quite important. But yeah, so usually for rookies and or newbies, we will always try to encourage to use automatic at first, because if not, there's too many things you're doing at the same time. We're not able to focus on the driving line, which is the most important. So you always try to start at the most outer side of the track. For example, we are going to the left-hander, so you always try to stay as far as possible to the outside, which is the right side. Yeah, which you see is not too bad, I would say.
The following is bad.
and then you really need to hug the inside. So now you're missing by, I don't know, 5 meters, and using a lot of meters into the corner, which means slower lap time because you're using more time. Again, you need more practice and understanding the track. Yeah, like this is good. Like so far out of halfway through the track, this is the one corner that you've done right so far. Yeah, exit is not that great, but because you can still utilize more. And this is, I would say, the more challenging part of the circuit, because you really need to slow down for the corner, cut inside. And yeah, you're coming up to, I would say, the most technical part of the circuit, which is it's quite tricky. Again, you see missing. So not to worry, because this shows that you have a lot of potential to improve, because the racing line is not the best. Finishing up this lap, you are a lot closer to the apex now compared to the previous, the out lap.
That was because I spun out and I was joining the track.
Yeah, it's not so easy compared to, it's given that it's your first time, and yeah, that's where I was waiting for you, for about 15-20 seconds before you come up.
And then this is where I fumble.
This is where you fumble while I was trying to wait for you, but you decided to take me out, so...
No!
Yeah, I don't know why.
I couldn't see.
Yeah. But yeah, in overall, it's not that bad for driving on this track for the first time. But you just need more practice and understanding the racing line. So once you get the basics, it applies to every other track, not just on this track, but it applies to real life as well when you actually go on a proper circuit. So yeah, simulators, it can teach you the right racing line, which you can apply to real life.
But it's the gearing and the speed that's...
But having said that, it's also what kind of cars you are driving. So now we are using a GT3, but of course different cars have different gearing and maybe slightly different technique, well, not just driving on simulators but also in real life. But for a start, I would say not the best but not the worst.
Okay,
Right.
I'll take the second
Yeah.
part. I'll take the second part. So in your point of view, how far have racing sims come in terms of replicating what it's like on, well, in a real race car?
I mean, for me, doing motorsports, before and also sometimes from time to time now, obviously simulation has come a long way, racing simulation games. Of course, you still can't replicate the real thing, but comparing, for example, the Logitech wheel that we have here, from G25 to 27, 29, and now to the G923s, I mean, technology has also improved, the realism of the hardware, not just on the steering wheel itself, but also, the games are getting more realistic. So it's getting there, and also, it helps racing drivers, like us or future up-and-coming young racing drivers to understand how to drive it on the real life better as well, because of the software and hardware. It's getting better, it's getting more realistic.
Training and
Yeah, for training and learning new tracks or the cars, for example.
In the past, I used to play those like Daytona arcade games in whatever arcades from like, I think any millennial would know lah. But this actually has a lot more feedback than one of those really stiff and like loose wheels. It just feels like you're turning a screw at a plate or something. But this one is like you can really feel the grip when it's like running out or when you're trying to dig into the corner. It kind of like, okay, I won't say it's real, but it's actually quite a high amount of feedback.
Yeah, I mean, for those who has no experience or knowledge about sim racing, they always view sim racing as like the perception is like, you go to time zone, you play Daytona and so on. But yeah, until you try it, it's actually quite hard to explain in words. But as you experience yourself, such a simple product from Logitech, it gives you a lot of even force feedback coming just from the wheel itself. Even the pedals, it gives you a sense of what feedback is driving the system.
Little bit of realism.
Little bit of realism, and as I mentioned earlier, the realism and technology has slowly start to bring all this sort of realistic feeling, moving forward. And I'm sure in the coming years, the hardware and the software will get more realistic. So it's good, and I think it also helps up and coming, whether you want to do track days or whether you want to experience racing. It's good that things are getting more realistic.
So that's it for this video. We would like to thank Melvin, Legion of Racers and Logitech for letting us try our hand at sim racing. I might be way off from driving an actual race car, but I'm a tiny bit closer. So be sure to stay up to date with CarBuyer's videos on YouTube or on our website carbuyer.com.sg, and we're on Facebook, TikTok as well, so follow us. Thank you for watching, everyone.